Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. It's been a while since Triple H has taken over creative control of WWE. However, a former 15-time champion believes her booking worsened under his leadership. When Dana Brooke joined WWE, she was a promising prospect. She was athletic and strong, starting her career on the main roster alongside Charlotte Flair, and helped her out during her matches. However, she was quickly relegated to competing for the 24/7 championship, which she won 15 times. This was also her only title win in the Stamford-based promotion. Sadly, her booking only got worse once Triple H took over the creative reins of the company. He seemingly had no use for her, and she wasn't seen on television for months until her eventual release from the promotion in 2023. The following year, she signed with TNA Wrestling, wrestling under the ring name Ash by Elegance. Wrestle Features recently posted a question on social media asking whose booking got worse under the game. Dana volunteered her name, letting the world know her thoughts. Former WWE star Dana Brooke on paving the way for Kalani Jordan before her WWE release. Dana Brooke moved to NXT, where she mentored and trained many young women. One of them was Kalani Jordan. Speaking on the Busted Open radio, Brooke mentioned that Jordan didn't know anything about the business when she started, and she essentially paved the way for her. She had no idea about the business. She really had no idea about wrestling. And we came from a similar background with gymnastics, so it was like me paving the way for her and having her along my side. And then boom, I got the call of release, Ash recounted. It caught me off guard. Everything came so abruptly, and I was like, oh my God, my world felt like it came crashing down. But I always stay positive, and when one door closes, another door opens. Kalani Jordan has come a long way since then, as she is now the NXT Women's North American Champion. Former 15-time WWE Champion Randy Orton, known as the Viper, sat down for an exclusive interview with a popular wrestling podcast. The conversation was expected to touch on his illustrious career, memorable feuds, and plans for the future. However, it took an unexpected turn when Orton candidly discussed the state of WWE's booking under Triple H's leadership. Orton, who had been with WWE since the early 2000s, had seen numerous changes in the company's creative direction. His insights were not just the musings of a veteran wrestler, but a genuine critique from someone deeply invested in the business. The shift in booking strategies had not gone unnoticed by fans and insiders alike, but hearing it from Orton himself added a new layer of gravity to the ongoing debate. Listen, I've got a lot of respect for Hunter, Orton began, referring to Triple H by his real name, Paul Levesque. He's done a lot for this business, and he's got a mind for it, no doubt. But since he took over the booking, things have gone downhill, if you ask me. The interviewer, clearly intrigued, leaned in. Can you elaborate on that, Randy? What specifically do you think has changed for the worse? Orton nodded, as if he'd anticipated the question. It's a combination of things. For one, the storytelling has become less cohesive. Back in the day, we'd have storylines that would build up over months, sometimes even years. There was an art to it. Now, it feels like everything's rushed. There's no payoff. Wrestlers are switching alignments too frequently, and the continuity is all over the place. He paused, gathering his thoughts before continuing. Another thing is the match quality. Sure, we've got incredible athletes on the roster, some of the best in the world. But matches aren't just about athleticism, they're about telling a story. Under Triple H, there's been too much emphasis on flashy moves and not enough on the storytelling aspect of a match. It's like watching a video game sometimes. Orton's words resonated with many fans who had expressed similar sentiments on social media. The decline in long-term storytelling and the over-reliance on high spots had been a common complaint. Yet, hearing it from a respected figure like Orton gave these criticisms more weight. The conversation shifted to specific examples. Orton pointed out several instances where promising storylines had been abruptly cut short or mishandled. "Look at what happened with Bray Wyatt," he said. "They built him up as this incredible, supernatural character, and then he gets squashed by Goldberg in Saudi Arabia. Just like that, all the mystique, all the build-up, gone. And it's not just him. We've seen it with guys like Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, even AJ Styles to some extent." He shook his head in frustration. "It's like they don't know what to do with these guys. They'll push someone to the moon for a couple of weeks, then suddenly they disappear from TV or get buried in meaningless feuds. It's disheartening." The interviewer pressed further, asking if Orton had voiced these concerns to Triple H directly. "I've tried," Orton admitted. "But it's tough. Hunter's got a vision, and he's sticking to it. I respect that, but I don't agree with it. I've been in this business long enough to know what works and what doesn't. And right now, a lot of what's happening just isn't working." Despite his criticisms, Orton was careful not to come across as completely negative. He acknowledged that there had been some positives under Triple H's leadership, particularly in terms of talent development and giving opportunities to new faces. "I'll give him credit for that," Orton said. "We've seen some fresh talent come up from NXT and make a real impact. That's important for the future of the company." However, he was quick to reiterate his main point. "But at the end of the day, it's about the overall product. And right now, the product isn't as good as it could be. It's not living up to its potential. And that's a shame because there's so much talent on this roster. They deserve better. The fans deserve better." Orton's words sparked a flurry of reactions online. Fans, analysts, and fellow wrestlers chimed in, some agreeing with his assessment, others defending Triple H's vision. The debate highlighted the deep divide within the wrestling community about the direction of WWE's booking and storytelling. As the interview drew to a close, Orton was asked about his own future in WWE. "I've still got some gas left in the tank," he said with a smile. "I'm not done yet. But I want to be part of something great. I want to help make WWE the best it can be. That's always been my goal." He leaned forward, looking directly into the camera. "I know things can get better. We've got the talent, we've got the resources. It's just a matter of making the right decisions. I hope Hunter listens. I really do. Because I want to see this company succeed. We all do." With that, the interview ended, leaving fans with much to ponder. Randy Orton's candid critique of WWE's booking under Triple H's leadership had opened a new chapter in the ongoing discussion about the future of the company. Whether or not his words would lead to any changes remained to be seen, but one thing was clear: the Viper's voice had been heard, loud and clear.